All right, we're back for chapter 3 of On the Gods and the World. And here Sallustius covers a topic concerning the myths, another controversial topic among the pagan and Hellenic communities. Many people today tend to view the myths as literal to some extent or another. I know in the past I have had someone join the Discord server and repeatedly speak ill about the goddess Hera. And when I attempted to approach the topic from a philosophical point of view, I was the bad guy. However, for those who know me, they know I don't really care. But I digress. Let's get into it. Okay, so it is my belief that the myths of the gods were meant to conceal certain truths, depending on what the myth is. Much like the Christian Bible today conceals esoteric knowledge, the ancient Greeks concealed their truth inside elaborate stories. They were not meant to be taken literal, and oftentimes portray the gods as acting like nothing more than spoiled children, and who the hell would want to worship a child throwing a tantrum? So starting this off, we need to understand the myths concerning the gods are designed to mirror events in life that we as humans may be able to relate to. They are meant to portray the gods as human in order for us to feel connected. The stories imitate the gods and conceal the true meaning. In our modern world, we are capable of finding information in seconds in the palms of our hands, but people would rather use it for mere entertainment and not education. I was once asked if every person received all knowledge within the world, would it change anything? Now, my first thought was absolutely. But in reality, it wouldn't change a thing. Because as of this point in time, we all have the capability of finding the information we seek. However, if everyone did receive the totality of the world's knowledge, there would still be people who would rather focus their time and energy on mundane, leisurely practices, and that's fine, that's their choice. Sallustius says that informing all men of the truth concerning the gods produces contempt among the unwise. Now it is the concealing of truths inside the fables that prevents the contempt, and yet it compels the worthy to seek it out. What I'm trying to say is that the truth is concealed for those people who seek it because the journey is not meant to be easy. There is supposed to be struggle and trials, because it is through pain and difficulty that we learn and grow. Now, getting back on track with the myths, I often hear people today talk negatively regarding Zeus because of all the myths about him committing adultery. Another myth that gets criticized probably every year around October and November is the story of Persephone's abduction and rape by Hades. Much like numerous myths containing stories of thefts, paternal bonds, or just otherwise unworthy actions, these actions are unworthy of admiration and obviously and apparently absurd. It is the role of the unwise to take these stories at face value and not realize the apparent concealments. You will often see people in online communities attempting to justify their own actions by claiming, hey, it's done in the myths, so it must be acceptable. This is simply foolish. We need to realize that the myths are divinely inspired, and so much as people talk today about writing modern myths, especially on Reddit, I would refrain from attempting to do so, at least for the public. If you have a story for your own personal gnosis, at least label it as such, your own personal gnosis. My advice to anyone is to stay out of online communities asking for guidance as much as possible. Turn to reputable authors and the work of scholars for answers. But if none of this is available to you, go back to the source material. Read the myths themselves with an open mind and look to the numerous works of philosophers, and you will find answers to your questions. All right, that concludes this video, and in the next video we will get into chapter 4 of On the Gods and the World and look at the different types of myths. I thought about combining chapter 3 and 4 together, but I want to keep them separate. Now, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, share this video as it really helps the channel grow. You can also head over to echoesfromthetemple.com where you can find the merchandise, and I'll see you in the next video. Sallustius.